I recorded a whole video and I was looking at the wrong place. Welcome to my channel. Here we are. It's all fun. It's all for fun. It's all about the fun. But also, it's really important to share what I'm so passionate about and to invite you all along on this journey, to share in my passion of human design, raising conscious, awakened children as a master certified conscious parenting coach. I'm a relationship reconnection expert. I care about people coming alive within themselves and the truth of their own foundation. What do you value? What do you care about? And building relationships from that space, because more than ever, relationships are crumbling because we don't know who we are, because we don't know what we value, and we live under the expectations and illusions of everybody else. Our parents, our schools, our culture, our ex-partner. Whatever it is, we think that we're waving this flag of, this is who I am, here's what I stand for. But inside, we're actually so empty because we don't know who we are and we don't know what we stand for, okay? So I'm all about bringing that in, bringing you back to yourself, reclaiming your power, reconnecting to who it is that you are, building relationships, beautiful, life-changing, fulfilling, rich, expansive, mind-blowing, joy exploding relationships with your children, with your partner, but more than anything, with yourself. Because that's where it starts, with yourself. You reconnect to yourself. You raise children from a place of knowing who you are and what your values are, and you run a marriage. You are gifted to behold a marriage or a partnership, especially when children are involved. That's my specialty, where you're so connected and your children have the gift of witnessing you and your partner as a living, loving example of what it means to be expansively free in all of who you are and to love another from the expansive freedom of you knowing all of who you are. Amazing. So I'm Nicole, human design expert, relationship reconnection specialist, among many other things. And my main goal is to awaken the hearts of mothers so that the hearts of the family unit can be awakened. Never before has it been so important to see our children for who they really are. And we cannot see our children for who they really are until we see ourselves and experience ourselves for who we really are. And do you know how we do that? We do that by first uncovering everything that we're not. And that takes time, but that's the most beautiful journey of all. So often there is failure in conscious parenting realms or even relationship therapy realms. I've witnessed and worked with so many people and families who've been through so much conscious parenting courses, worked with conscious parenting mentors, been for relationship counseling, psychotherapy, still to be in the same place. Because what's really important and what's missing is uncovering everything that keeps bringing you back to your blocks, that keeps you in the cycle of this guilt, shame loop, because you can't quite break through and do all the things you're learning or being told in therapy and parent coaching, because there's something foundational that needs to be uncovered. There's something foundational that needs to be ripped apart and shattered and rebuilt. And so much of therapy and coaching misses this. This is you stripping away the layers, peeling bit by bit, beliefs, old stories. The main key, a lot of what I'm going to do is get you out of your mind. The main key for you living from who you really are is to get out of here. All these stories, all these narratives, the old stories running on replay like a record, broken record. Every time you try to do something, be something, become something new, same old story begins playing, same old you stays the same old you. And I'm speaking about something that I'm in the middle of. So first-hand experience as a 6-line being in human design. I'm a 4-6 profile. I'm a manifestor, life theme of rulership. I'm really in my own orb. And I'm this blend of the 4th line, which is so outgoing and friendly and loves the interaction with people and networking. But then I'm the 6th line that really is a little aloof a lot of the time. On the roof, viewing things from a different perspective. Now, what I want to share today is the 3 phases the 6-line profile goes for, and you'll know if you're a 6-line profile if you have the number 6 in your profile. Human design profile, it's 2 numbers. You're a 2-4, a 4-6, a 5-1, a 5-2. If you have 6 there, you're going through 3 distinct phases in your life. Phase 1, you operate like the 3rd line being. So you're living in this experiential phase of your life. Sticking your finger in the plug socket, trying things even though people told you 5 times not to, getting into the wrong relationships with the wrong people at the wrong places at the wrong times. That's a part of it for you. It's a part of your becoming process. Then after your first Saturn return, approximately 29 years old, you go onto the roof as a 6-line being. This can be the most confusing, melancholic, discombobulating, difficult times for a 6-line being, but also the most expansive, the most healing, the most integrative time as a 6-line being. If and only if we understand we're a 6-line being and what's going on, because suddenly you find yourself retreating. You used to want to always be a part of things and now you just don't, and you don't understand why. Many people going onto the roof in their 6-line phase, or being on the roof, it's a 20-ish year period, they feel and they're concerned that they're depressed. They've lost their mojo for life. They don't have the energy to do things they want to do anymore. To even raising children, and I speak about this for mothers, can be really intense for the 6-line being going on the roof, because we really want to cocoon and come inward. It's so important. And we heal more than ever. I'll tell you my story. I'm 34 years old now. I went onto the roof when I was approximately 29. I just moved to Maui at the time. I just gave birth a year and a half prior to my first child. And it was a really intense time for me. And I noticed everything shifting. My desire to hang with all the people that I used to hang with, I just didn't want to anymore. It was perfect timing. It's amazing, actually. If you look back at your Saturn return, it more than often is this pivotal time of change in your life. Something distinct and profound happens. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual shift happens. So I just moved to Maui, had my baby here, my island-born babe, and I found myself retreating from life. Didn't want to hang with certain people, do certain things. Beautiful time to have a baby, but also extensively exhausting for me, because all I wanted to do was go inward and rest and heal. And when I say heal, I mean I had done what I thought was so much healing up until that point of my life. I've always been a natural seeker. I've been into everything. I've meditated with monks on the mountains. I've been to multiple plant shaman workshops in the Amazon jungle. We're doing those things. I was seeking in those ways rather than partying at the club. Anyway, so I realized, there's so much deeper to go. Wounds I had to heal with my mother. My father, having lost him as a young girl at 10 years old, he was hardly present in my life, into all sorts of addictions, in and out of prison. Integrating all of this and feeling it so intensely for the first time, and really going deep and really healing. Wow, and it's been this, I've healed and gone to the depths of my being more in the last 5 years than I ever had in the past 12 years before that. So as a 6-line being, you're going to find yourself. I'm trying to find ways to put it into resonating qualities you can understand. You're going to find yourself retreating. You're going to feel more tired than before, depending on your type as well. Being a manifester, very intense, very introspective periods, a lot of rest urges, rest cycles. You're going to find yourself feeling almost depressed or melancholic, because you wonder why you don't have the energy for everything you're used to and what this huge shift has been about. Here's a big one. You're very likely, because something that all 6-line beings have in common is, and it happens around this after your first Saturn return, it's this urge of, am I going to be able to do everything I've come in this world to do? It doesn't feel like there's enough time for me. I feel like time is running away and it's all too late now. I'm 30 years old, I'm 32, I'm 35, I'm 40, and I'm not even halfway done with what I want to do. Is it ever going to happen? And a 6-line being can feel really hopeless and heartbroken in that you might not be able to complete whatever it is that you're so here to do in this world, which you are clear on a soul level, because you're a sixth-line being. You're the role model. You've come here to guide and lead in the bigger, greater, deeper avenues of life. And you might find yourself trying to get it all done at once. So first want to say, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. You have all the time in the world. You have so many lifetimes to complete everything you want to complete. And also, the illusion, the whole concept of time is an illusion, and it's very important for you to disconnect from that illusion so that you can come into your body and take the creative, actionable steps in the right timing, depending on your authority, on your strategy and your authority and your human design. Your authority is your decision-making process. Are you emotional? Do you need that clarity? Are you splenic? Are you gut response? Are you heart-led? Following that and understanding, you're way beyond time. Coming back on track, you might feel you want to get it all done, and you're getting into all sorts of things. Like myself, I can't even tell you. Let me see. I've got about 5 certifications in the last 6 years, deep certifications. I am working on my PhD in the metaphysics of relationships and philosophy. I am so passionate about learning, because this is the phase of the sixth-line being where you embody and you bring in everything that you've now trial and errored through the first 30 years, and you now know more what you want to bring in. And through your authority, you will know what it is to bring in, and you will bring that in. Release timing. You must trust timing. This is a time not to rush, not to force, and not to push, because if you do, you can burn yourself out, especially as a projector or a manifestor, but you can burn yourself out. No pushing. Relax. You got to release. You got to trust. That's part of the medicine. Because what you're doing here on the roof in these 20 years is you're integrating and really becoming. Because for a sixth-line being, what's the most important thing? It's walking the walk, not talking the talk. We don't like talking the walk. I don't like talking the talk or talking the walk. I like walking the walk while I'm talking. This is important for us. Authenticity. We're role models by becoming the highest version of ourselves and living that as we are on the roof. We integrate and embody. As we come off the roof, we are the living example of that role model as a sixth-line being. That's what we are. It's what motivates us. It's what we so much want more than anything, to the core and heartbeat of our bones, is to be that role model. But it takes time. It takes time to embody. This is why it's so intense and oftentimes tough for us in this on the roof phase, because we want to be that already. We want to be the role model, the living example, the perfection of that which us as sixth-line beings crave. You know exactly what I mean. We must embody. We must go slow. And more than ever, be the role model of what it means to live in synchronicity with the timing of nature and the universe. The cycles of your unique body according to your type. As a manifestor like me, you're really in tune because you're so connected to the transits of the planets as well, because you must be. And that's going to be my next video. As manifestors, what you really are, what your role on this planet really is. Are you living that role, or are you that stomped down, trodden upon manifestor that has lost their power, and therefore the whole world is suffering for it? We'll come back to that. Stay tuned for the next video. But I'm going to wrap up soon. And I wanted you to find peace, solace, and grace in that. As a sixth-line being, this is an intensely beautiful phase for you in the middle of your life. Middle-ish. Because from 50, like some say, life begins at 50. But truly, you're so wholesome, but you're also the role model. You're this full embodiment of everything you've ever wanted as a sixth-line being. It's the most exciting time. I love being a sixth-line being. And then you, for the rest of your life, are able to lead through the essence of your vibration, the essence of everything that you are. You won't even need to talk. Here's the magic. You won't even need to talk, because the frequency of who you are wherever you go is tangible and an encouragement, an energetic, emotional, silent, spiritual encouragement to everybody in your space to become the best version of themselves, whatever that means. So, hope you've absolutely enjoyed this video. I can't wait to come back to you with so many more exciting topics. I'm going to go really deep into human design. I'm going to bring gene keys in as well. I'm going to focus a lot on parenting. My heart is there to raise the awakened child through human design, through understanding the unique design of this child, because you know this if you're a parent. No one knows. We do not know. No parenting coach, no book, no expert or author or anybody can tell us the right way to raise our child. There is no right way to raise every child. There is one perfect way to raise your unique child in an ever-evolving, expansive, changing, moment by moment, day by day, year by year way. It takes an open heart and an expansive mind of a person, of a mother, to raise a child like this. You must first see yourself to be able to see your child. Know how to love and accept and forgive yourself and own all of your quirks and learn to step into your power, because until and unless you can do that, you can't do it for your child or your partner. You can't see the essence of your child and accept their quirks and their uniqueness and raise them according to their unique power, which might be complete opposite to what you need in your life or what you think you need. As parents, we project more than anything onto our children, the way that we think we would have enjoyed our childhoods, the way that we think we needed to be raised, the things that we think would have made our childhoods better if we did experience any trauma. It's not true. That's projection. We have a unique being in front of us. Are you brave enough is the question, to see this being for who they are? Are you brave enough to dare to take a look at their unique design, which I invite you to do? Reach out to me. This is my passion. We understand you first by doing a deep dive reading on your human design chart. Then we do a deep dive into your child's unique human design. If you have multiple children, we do your children individually. Then we run connection charts between you and your children. And the whole world is going to open up for you in the most profound way. This changes families in the most deeply extensive way, more than therapy ever could, more than parent coaching ever could. You can bring those things in. You can bring therapy in if you still need to or want to. You can bring parent coaching in if you still need to or want to. Once you understand the unique design of who you are and how you're designed to operate in this life, how you make sense of the world, how you process and digest, how you're designed to respond, where your energy comes from. You understand your child, how they're designed to respond, how their mind works, how they like to receive information. What is an ideal wind down bedtime routine for their unique energy system? These things all matter. Then you see your unique child, you run connection charts, you understand each other in the most profound way. Here's the magic. I've been for tons of marriage therapy. I am a master certified parent coach. I've done it all. And still, there were these bumps, these roadblocks, these major stop signs in my life, in my family, between myself and my children, each one individually and uniquely, and myself and my husband, a 10+ year relationship already. That is stronger and more beautiful than it ever has been, because of how I understand his unique energetic wiring, his design, how his mind works, why he's so opinionated, why he... Here's an amazing thing. My husband has a fully open, undefined root. Open, no activations whatsoever. This beautiful man is Mr. Chill. No pressure to fix my broken and clogged shower head for 3 months, even though I have a defined root and I really want it fixed right now. Please, even just hire somebody, just get it done. No rush to pack for our trip until the last minute, the night before. And going to a party, making us late all the time because, come on, let's get out the door. We're supposed to have left 10 minutes ago. But understanding, oh, it's his nature. I've wasted 10 years trying to, not to change him, but trying to encourage him to be on time and to feel pressure about getting things done or fixed or landscaping our home. But I understand now, oh, He's designed not to. He moves at his own pressure, at his own pace, and nothing I can do is going to change it about him. So all I can do, if I want an expansive, fulfilling relationship with him, which I do, which I have achieved and continue to do so more every day, is letting him be him and working our life beautifully around how he operates and how I operate. Understanding, oh, I have a defined route, he's undefined. So we'll go in separate cars to the party. We'll make whatever, I'll have the contacts of our handyman or landscaper so I can arrange after a quick chat with him these things to get done, to not put the pressure on his plate for how he moves through his life. Things like that. Understanding my children and how we had so many unnecessary bedtime struggles before I understood their human design. They have the same, very similar, not the same, but the same type. They're both manifesting generators. And so is my husband. Me, this manifestor surrounded by all this expansive, expounding energy. It's a wild ride. And knowing that forcing a bedtime upon them is completely not conducive to a restful sleep and to the health of our parent-child connection. So laying that down, letting them get tired in their unique ways, adding more activity to their days to help their energy system deplete and release so that they are tired at a time that is healthy and conducive to our family. Finding more freedom and flexibility around it all. There is so much more. Understanding how their brains work. I'm a homeschooling mom. I really care about raising my children uniquely and individually according to how their minds and brains process information and make sense of the world, how they're designed to learn and retain and express. It's all so individual. So me being a quad right, I am incredibly passive and always absorbing everything. I'm this well of information that can't quite regurgitate when I want to, but I have to have the right people around me. It has to come at the right time. I've got one daughter with a left brain, one daughter with a right brain. They're going to require a different style of learning about the world. We're very fluid, flexible, we're unschoolers, but it's powerful to understand these things. So I invite you for a deep dive family reconnection human design experience with me. Click the link in the video, reach out to me, and I work on a case-by-case basis because more than anything, the energetic exchange is important for me. I need to know the families I'm working with, what their goals are, what their struggles are, what their strengths are, and why they want to do this. And I set up my packages completely uniquely per family according to what your goals and desires are. Reach out to me. I can't wait to chat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'm so excited to have my YouTube going. Share with your friends. Follow me on my Instagram at The Motivational Mother. What else? I think that's all for now.